Hey Leo, Mariah here. It's a pleasure, honor, and a privilege to be reading for you. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you're okay. If you're watching this in real time, I want to let you know happy early New Year's. If you're watching this after January, hopefully your 2023 is really beautiful and bright. I just want to let you know before we do get started, for the giveaway, if you're watching this video, like I said, in real time, leave a comment once the comments are made available. Once the comments are made available, the first comment posted is going to win $100, just like the last 3 winners. So make sure that you leave, it could be whatever, just leave a comment once you see this. So let's go ahead and hop into your reading. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into your reading. Let's see what's going on. What is it that Spirit is needing you to know at this time, especially with us going into 2023? What is it that you need to be made aware of, or what needs to be placed on your radar? Let's just take a look and see. So Spirit guides, angels, ancestors for my Leos, what is it that they need to be aware of at this time? I'm hearing like Harley Davidson, the motorcycle. So I don't know if somebody wants to ride, if somebody has a motorcycle. And then also too, something vintage. So I don't know if somebody's thrifting or if you're buying something new that has like a vintage kind of look, but I'm just picking up like something that is like repurposed, like that's what it is. That's the better word to use. Somebody's like repurposing something. I don't know if it's like you're doing something in your home, maybe clothes, maybe your car, like somebody's repurposing something. So out the gate, we have Saturn. A karmic gateway has opened. Honor your duties and responsibilities. Abundance will follow this karmic completion. Right out the gate with some with the heavy energy. All right, let's look a little bit further for you, Leo. Let's see further what's going on. What is going on for my Leos? What is it that they need to be made aware of, Spirit? Thank you. Page of Cups in the reverse. 10 of Wands. Ace of Swords. 10 of Swords in the reverse. One more. 8 of Pentacles. And there you are on the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Wands. I love it. Let me show you exactly what we got here so you can visually see. We got the Page of Cups in reverse, 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and then we also have the 8 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords, both in the reverse. And again, we got that Saturn card being here. The best way I can put this is I can tell you exactly what's coming through with the cards, or I can tell you what I just feel energetically on let's be real here, Leo. I will say this. I feel for you, whomever I'm speaking to, and I know this is not going to be for everybody, so don't come in the comments like, oh, this ain't my story. Okay, cool. You ain't that, bye. Right? But to the Leo that I am speaking to, I feel you. It's like, your circumstance. It's like when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. And it feels like the person I'm talking to is going through a circumstance where it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another. Like, can I catch a break? Can I get a moment? Can I get a breather? Can it just stop lifing for a second? And I mean that. Like, it's almost like this weird paradigm, or just being in this weird or surreal period in life. That's what it more so comes off as. You're in this really surreal period in life at this moment where it's like, can I catch a break? Can life just chill out on me for a second? Can I take a breather? Please give me a moment. And the reason why I say it feels so surreal is because it's almost like you can't really gauge how you got here, but you are here. It's like, why am I in this position where this is happening and this is happening and that's going wrong and that's going wrong? How did I even get up here? How did I even get here? How did I even get in this position? So it's a really weird experience you're going through. And the reason why I say I feel for you so much, because when we are in those seasons of when it rains, it pours, or it's like, can I catch a break? As an example, like, let's say, because it is winter, right? Let's say you live on the East Coast and, because of the winter storm we just had, your pipes burst in the house, right? And now it's like, holy, now I got to deal with this. Now I got to get my house, the pipes fixed and get a plumber and this, that, and the other third. And then 3 days later, a week later, now you're having issues with the transmission in your vehicle, or you're having issues at work. And it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not, and that's why I have to commend you, because the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Wands being here, it's like, and the Ace of Swords. So it's like, even with you not having any help, because you don't have any, the person I'm speaking to right now, you don't have help. It ain't like you can easily call somebody and, hey, can you come do this for, and oh yeah, I got you, Leo. It's like you're on your own. You're on the island having to deal with this and that, and having to balance what is kind of going wrong at the moment, and not really having anybody to help you through the process. Even if I'm being honest, just what it feels like, even in the sense of motivation, Leo, you may not have somebody that you can really go to and vent, whether you don't want to put your burdens on other people and trouble other people with your burdens, whether you feel like you don't have anyone in your corner that will understand or that will be able to relate to what you're experiencing, or you just blatantly don't have anybody there that you can talk to. It's like you're having to, trudge this experience in the feeling of isolation without feeling like you have somebody there to really talk through the situation with. So you're having to be your own cheerleader. You're having to be your own motivator. It's like you're in this position where you have to tell yourself, if we ain't got nobody, F it. We're going to get it done. We're going to get this handled. Yes, life may be lifing right now. Yes, I may be having to deal with X experience and Y experience, and it's like all on me, and it's the pressure is on my back, and the pressure may be, making me feel like I want to cave in. The pressure may be feeling very heavy, and the load may be making me feel uncertain about how am I going to get out of this situation. But it's like that strength within you. It's like, F it. If life is life, and I'm going to turn life into some lemonades, and I'm going to make this work. Watch me. There's such an endurance, and there's such a determining factor here that you refuse to allow whatever life is throwing your way at the end of the quarter here of the year. It's like whatever life is throwing your way right now, you're refusing to allow that to make you become docile, or to make you become silent, or to make you, not take any action. It's like the reverse of this. It's like, oh, life, you want to throw some hot stinking on my plate? I got you. I'm going to show you how much I can overcome this, or bypass this, or work through this and get on the other side of it. It's like you got your own support system, your own hype man built in, even if at times it's like, I just want to give up. I just want to give up. Even when and that's reading aside, that's one of those things where I have to give it up to you, Leos, because it's like, even when life really starts getting on you, and things start becoming difficult and they become hard, there's something about Leos. Of course, not all, you can't generalize, but for the majority, there's something about you, even when you want to give up, you just can't. It's a blessing and a curse. It really is. And that's one of the things I think I've noticed about you guys out of all the signs. It's as much as you want to give up at times, it's like it's almost like you physically, psychologically can't. It's like you have to keep going. It's like the sun that's within you keeps pushing you forward. So that's what I'm seeing here, Leo. It's like you're being dealt one thing after another thing after another thing in this last quarter, right? In this last season of 2022, it's like all the shit is starting to hit the fan kind of in the last period here. And it's like, oh my God, I got to get this sorted. But your endurance is going to get you through. And I kind of have to go back to that video I did a couple weeks ago, or maybe about a week ago, when I mentioned the date March 7th, because I didn't know that was the date that Saturn will be going into Pisces. And if you have any Aquarius in your chart as a Leo, that is going to be very significant for you guys. Reason why I'm bringing that up and bringing it up in this specific video, because I am looking at Saturn coming out. So it takes, and then, all right, I was going to pull something else. I'm never going to get into it. But I look at the Saturn card and this energy, because if we understand with Saturn right now, and where is it transiting, and you want to look at, if you know anything about astrology in your birth chart, if you know where Saturn is transiting in your birth chart, that area of life is going to lighten up a lot once Saturn gets up out of there. So you may be dealing with, just kind of preparation is, as you're already going through it, you may be dealing with the end of the year, end of the quarter, end of cycle, last minute BS. I'm not going to deny it's not for all of you, but for the Leo I'm speaking to, you're dealing with the end of the year, last quarter BS. Just stuff is kind of, if it can't go wrong, it will go wrong. Murphy's Law, right? But I do believe it will not be that way forever. Obviously, it will not be that way for long either. And I will highlight specifically back to that date of March 7th being very important for you guys. So anything else you could tell me, Spirit, in regards to my Leos, end of the year here? Emperor in the reverse, Two of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and one more. Hierophant in the reverse. Bottom of the deck is full. Ooh. All right. So, relinquishing control. Not an easy thing to do, especially not as a fixed sign, but that's what's being asked upon you, to relinquish control, because whatever is happening, it's coming down for a reason. It's not meant to stay. There may be issues with it. It may have been some overdue things that needed to be taken care of or looked at that we may have avoided, and now it's coming due where we now have to deal with it. We're now being forced to deal with those situations, and we may want to find control in any way that we can. It's telling you, let it go. Can you find control in it? No. These things are coming apart or unraveling at the last quarter, if you will, of the year, because they're not meant to come with you into your new season. Full on the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant in the reverse. It's like breaking away from things, people, places, circumstances, and also things that we may have avoided, right? And just kind of let fester, that we should have had a handle on prior, or we should have been on top of, that we may have not been on top of, that no longer aligns with us. We just got to get it out of here. It's time for it to go. And that's where this Fool comes in. And then right underneath that is the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. Come on. New start, new beginning, being very enterprising, going in a new direction. I will tell you this. It feels like this reading is almost meant as, or to serve some form of calming of nerves. Because, yeah, you are going through it. For the Leo I'm speaking to, you are going through it. But if we're looking at timing, when will this pass? When will the season pass? I go back to that video when I mentioned of March 7th. Definitely look to that date, especially with Saturn being out here, and especially with Saturn going into Pisces and leaving Aquarius. That area of life that Aquarius is, representing for you in your natal chart, that's going to lighten up. But just in general, the karmic lessons that you've been learning over the past couple of years is going to be coming to a wrap. So it's like finally, it's like everything we've been talking over and talking about for the past 1.5 to 2 years since I've been on YouTube. It's like finally we can start wrapping up these chapters, closing these doors, and breathe again in this area of life for us. So Leo, I'm going to leave this here. It's been a pleasure. I thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. You be safe. Happy New Year. Take care and bye.